with Angel Creations. Welcome to my New Hampshire craft room. I am out in my sister's garage and I am so blessed. They have set up a little studio out here for me. I do have a backdrop actually, but I can't hang it up by myself and they're both at work. So this is what we have today. I am cutting the top of my head off a little bit, but you don't need to see my head, you need to see the craft. This is the best I can do for right now. This one was too close, so let's get that out of the way. All right, so today we are going to be using a Dollar Tree oval, wooden oval, some Dollar Tree rub-ons. These are like vintage. I'm going for the vintage look. I think they are French, but they're really pretty rub-ons. I really like that. We're going to be using a little Dollar Tree pot and maybe some of these Dollar Tree pearls, maybe some odds and ends, but for the most part, it's going to be all little Dollar Tree things. I've got a little bit of the not sure because I'm robbing my sisters. I think these might be from Walmart, but you can get all these things at the Dollar Tree anyway. So we're robbing my sister's craft stash. It's so much fun. Oh, my creativity juices are just flowing. So let's get right into this. So the first thing I'm going to do is cut off my little jute hanger off of here just because I don't want paint or anything. I'm going to be using Antique Waverly wax. Let's give that a good shake. I'm going to squirt my wood with a little bit of water. It just helps my stain go on better. And I do have a fan running and blowing in my direction, so I hope that you can hear me okay. It's not really hot up here. It's just a little stuffy in here, so I have it going just for, mainly just for some air flow. All right, so now we are going to just put a little Antique Waverly wax over our wood. I think I'll go with the grain. I like the look of that a little bit better. So we're going to cover the whole thing though. So I'm here in New Hampshire visiting my sister and brother-in-law. And then in about 3 weeks, maybe 4, anyway, August 30th, July 30th, I will be going from New Hampshire to Massachusetts to visit my brother and sister-in-law. So right now I'm visiting my sister and brother-in-law, and then I'll be visiting my brother and sister-in-law. I'm so blessed. My family is very, very good to me. I just have to say that. They are so, so good to me. And they just never forget about poor old little Jill in Florida. No, not poor old Jill. Jill lives a wonderful life in Florida. Very, very happy in Florida. So here we have, this is almost completely covered. I'm just grabbing a little bit more just to get some spots that I missed. And then I'm going to go around and do my little edges here too. Just a rough coat. Just so that it doesn't look, too stark bare wood. And we'll get this side. We'll go back where my fingers are when we're done. So I'm in New Hampshire. It's been beautiful. We had an amazing, if you're not friends with me on Facebook, go ahead and ask for an invite or however that works, a friend request. There's pictures up on Facebook of our 4th of July. We just had a super blast. Let me tell you, I got to see all my family, all my nephews and my great nephews and their daughter, and their my niece-in-laws, I guess you'll say. So it was just, we had so much fun. We had a big cookout and the kids all went swimming. It was just great fun. All right, so now we are just going to give this a quick little dry. This is my sister's heat gun, but I do have in the description box below this video and all craft videos, I have a link to this. If you want to go through the link, I think it's $12 or $13. Best $12 or $13 I've ever spent. All right, I'm going to put you on pause for a minute because I want to go over this with a baby wipe, and they're across the garage. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I want this just a little bit lighter if it's possible. So now I'm just going to go over it and rub some of the antique stain off of it. We just want to lighten this up a little bit. Really see the wood underneath. Just didn't want it raw wood, but we want it a little stained. Because we want these rub-ons to show up good. You know what I mean? When we rub them on, they're black, and now we want them to show up. So we're just rubbing. I don't know if we're rubbing off or if we're rubbing in. I think we're kind of doing both. Rubbing in and rubbing off. If you don't have a baby wipe, you can use a wet paper towel. A wet rag will even do. There. That's getting pretty light. I think that's going to be perfect. So that's what we have. It's a little dark in the middle there, but that's okay. We will work around it. So now we have to remember where our holes are because that is the top. So now we're going to play with these rub-ons. Can't wait. I've not really done a lot with rub-ons, but they're really easy, and when you do them, they come out looking like it was made at the store. So this is what we're going to do. We are going to cut out some of them. So let's say we want this little square. So you're going to cut out the ones that you want, and I'm just here to inspire you so you can pick out different rub-ons even. I think I like this one over here with the butterfly. Love butterflies. And then I think I like this big one right here. And that should be good for a start. And so we're going to just rub these on all over like a collage. Just cutting around the little things. Bear with me. Okay, so let's start with these three and then we can go from there. So actually there's another one in here that needs to be cut out. Maybe we'll use that one. Somewhere too. Okay. So how many people on here have sat on a plane next to somebody that had the worst halitosis you've ever smelled in your life? Raise your hand. That was me on the way up here. It was really, really hard. I'd have to dry this a little bit more. Where did I just put my paper? That was me on the plane ride here. I'm telling you, there's something about... Listen, you're going on a plane and you're going to be around a lot of people in tight quarters, right? Please, even if you don't take showers, which I could never understand, but this was an old man and a big guy. Even if you don't shower regularly, please shower the day you're going to get on a plane with a whole bunch of people. Brush your teeth. Really not that hard. I'm so glad I wear a mask on a plane still. I'm not wearing a mask out in public, but because of lupus, I decided to keep wearing a mask on the plane. I didn't wear it in the airport while I waited, but I did wear it because of the tight proximity on the airplane, you know. Who knows what you're sitting next to or what you're breathing in. It only takes one spore for me to get sick, you know, something I breathe in. So I am so thankful. I was never so thankful. And I wear a double mask. So this time, mostly I wear a N94, but this time I didn't have one. So I just had like a hospital paper mask and then my cloth mask over it. I'm telling you, I was never so glad to have that mask as, oh no, look what I just did when I put that down. My rub-on, I didn't even have to rub it. It just rubbed right on. So we're going to lose the butterfly one, but that's okay. So let's start putting these on. And we just want to put them on all over like a collage. And all we're going to do now is take our little popsicle stick and rub these transfers right on. So fun. I didn't even have to rub the butterfly one on. I'll see if there's anything I can save from it when I'm done with these, but I really think most of it came off. But that's okay. We'll work with another one. We have plenty. Don't do what I did. So yeah, so it was like a 3-hour flight, and I was, especially when he did a deep sigh, or when he would turn to me to talk to me, because he was very friendly, very nice man. He was coming up here to Wells Beach, Maine, and I was coming up to Winnipesaukee area. And and his wife was in the middle seat a couple of rows up. So they must not have booked their flight quick enough so that they didn't get to sit together. All right, let's pull this off and see what happens. Looking good. Looking good. All right, so there's what we have. Now we'll put another one on. Let's cut out a big one now. XOXO, seeing that we lost our butterfly. So all you do is you remove the paper backing, so that this is what you have left. And then you just stick it wherever you want it. Let's put one up here. And then you just rub it on. Oops. I bent it a little bit, but you just rub it on with a little popsicle stick. And it's amazing. It looks almost like it was factory printed on. I don't use these a lot because I have a Cricut, but I want to do things that doesn't always require a Cricut, you know. Not everybody has a Cricut machine. I wish I could give Cricut machines away. That would be good. Listen, Cricut, sponsor me and I will give your Cricut machines away for giveaways. Okay, so now we have that one on there. Really cute. Now I'm going to put this one in the corner over here somewhere. Let's see. I think I'll do it right there. So just find a good place and start rubbing. So I hope everybody else had a good 4th of July. When you write to me in the comments, let me know what you did. I did not see a lot of fireworks because we had a pool party and cookout, and we stayed right here. My sister has a beautiful, beautiful mountain view. So we did see some fireworks that were going off at different parks around where she lives, but we did not go to a firework display, which is fine with me. We didn't have to deal with the crowds. We got to stay right here at home, safe and sound, with all our loved ones. And the weather was absolutely beautiful. I am really enjoying. If you start to pull it up and you see a spot that you missed, put it right back down and just rub right over it. That's all. All right, so now we have, it's filling up. That's what we're trying to do, is fill this up with the different, let's see if there's anything left to the butterfly saying no. There really, really isn't. All right, let's do another one. Let's do this one here. It's like a postcard. It's hard to cut out around, but we will. Let's do this. We'll cut right around it. This reminds me of like, oh, what's the word? When we were kids and you would, but anyway, I can't think of the name of what I'm thinking of, but so I'm trying to place this where I can get the most for my money. All right, because we're getting more and more things on here, and I'm going over on top of some of the things too. You know, I'm layering. And I think this is, I'm pretty sure it's French. This says amore or something, so that's French, right? I went to a high school that was a technical high school, and we learned a trade while we were there. So when we graduated, we had a good start. And my trade was a nurse's aide. So I never took we didn't have to. I know today's world, I think kids have to, but I never took a foreign language. We weren't required when I was in high school because I was in a tech high school, which was amazing. So I graduated as a nurse's aide, and I was already in a job when I graduated. So how cool is that? So I never did take a foreign language though, which would have been really handy. Okay, here we go. There's some more. Alright, so one more over here. Let's just do maybe a rose. I still have the sniffles. Not too bad though. But just couldn't get rid of those sniffles. Alright, let's rub the rose on. Am I making funny faces with my mouth? Unlike my dad, I noticed that now that I do YouTube videos. My dad used to stick his tongue out like when he was concentrating on something, because my dad was very, very handy, very creative too. He did leather tooling, like belts and purses and all kinds of things. All right, I just need one more saying, so I think I'll cut this one out and use that. I think one more should do it. one more ought to do it. This is so pretty. I love all these little words. And so easy to do. Oh, we need the little period dot. There. Okay, so this is my surface now. I love it. Now what we are going to do, we're going to save this little piece that we have left over. And because I have a fan blowing, I'm just going to take a second to like tuck all my scraps, because I didn't think to bring a little trash bag over. Those are the ones that still, so let me just get my trash out of the way. Okay, so now that's not white. Let's get a white piece of paper so you can see better what I'm doing, because I do have a busy tablecloth on. Okay, so now we have our little surface. What I want to do next is add our little flower pot to the surface. So, but first, I want to fill our little flower pot, and I want to put a little piece of burlap around the bottom part of, or in the middle. So this is too thick, but I'm going to cut it. I'm going to cut it so that it is the right length, but then I'm going to cut it in half this way because it's too thick. I just want a little piece, a skinnier piece than it is. So we're just going to cut it up the middle, not even the middle, but up a little bit thinner. And then we're going to wrap this around our pot, which is tricky because you have, it's on a slant. So just start at one spot with a little bit of glue from your glue gun, and then just wrap it around and just do the best that you can to get it pretty straight. Okay, so we'll hold that still for a moment just to give it a little zhuzhing up. We're going to hold that. So then we have that. So cute. Whoops. Now, let's fill this with some little greenery. And we don't even need styrofoam or anything because it's such a little tiny pot that we're just going to glue these greeneries right down to our pot. So what I'm going to do is take this little tag off and put that with the trash. Okay, so now let's open some of these. This actually looks like this just came off in a bunch of 3 strands, so I'm just going to twist it to stay together, and then I'm just going to bend it up. I'm bending my stems up so that they are the right height. So let's see what the height would be on that. I think that's a little high, so let's adjust it. I'm wondering if these should slide up the stem, but they don't. Alright, again, I'm just going to twist that around so that they all are the same. Actually, I think I will glue them. I'm going to glue these stems together for a minute because they're not, it's a wire, but it is more like a springy wire. So I'm going to just push this up, bend that up, and glue it down. And that'll be our first little greenery in our pot. But I gotta hold it. And then we'll do a different color greenery. Maybe we'll do this next. And we have this one too. So let's do this. See how I'm bending the stem? It's long, so I'm just bending it. Just bending it up. And I'm going to stick that down. Put a heap ton of glue on the stem. And then just place it where you want it. And get all these cobwebbies off. Okay, so we're holding that. And then this one, I think we can put right in the middle. So I'm just going to put a heap ton on that. That's my measurement for glue. And we're going to hold that right up in the middle. And then I have this sweet little lavender pieces too from the dollar. Well, no, I think they were from Walmart. And I'm going to actually take them all off their stems and put them in, placing them one at a time. And if we have to go back and put in some more greenery, we will. And you can glue these right to the side of your pot. Nobody's going to know the difference. Oops. Holding, holding. The cobwebbies and the fan. The fan's not helping, but that's okay. Should turn it off, but all right, let's glue another. I think these are lavender. That's what I think they look like. Get another little set. Put one on the back. Fill this up. It's gonna be so adorable. I love the purple lavender. It's so summery, isn't it? I'll put another one in here. And I am going to be doing a beautiful craft while I'm here with some vintage handkerchiefs, like ladies, women's old vintage handkerchiefs. They are going to be, whoops, our glue's going through here. They are going to be gorgeous, so you won't want to miss that. So make sure you're subscribed. And this is a great time for you to give me a thumbs up if you like seeing these crafts. And sharing is caring, so if you wouldn't mind sharing this video with your friends, family, and social media, that really helps my channel grow. And I thank you very much for helping my channel grow. It's so much fun. It's so much fun. I'm meeting so many people, so many amazing, amazing people. They're just, you know, you guys are becoming friends, and it's just amazing. Just amazing. Okay, so that I think should do, well, let's go with this. We have one more, why not? Let's stick this one. It doesn't want to cut, so I'll just do this. Just stick a couple on the side over here. Why not? Some sticking out. Wish I could put one down in there. Let's try it. Just put a little, we won't put a heap ton. Yeah. Okay, so this is our, oops, our little flower pot thing fell down. We gotta tighten our little well, I'm going to just stick a little tiny bit of glue, just a tiny bit of glue, just to hold my little piece of burlap up in place. Some more in the back here too. I don't have my little finger protector, so I'm going to use... Okay, so this is our little potted plant full of little lavender. So adorable. Now we're going to put this on our surface, but we're going to use a combination of hot glue and E6000 so that it will stay. It's a little heavy, not heavy, but you know, it's going to be sticking out, so we want to make sure that it's really going to stay where we put it. So let's get the E6000. So my E6000 has a little hole in the bottom. So I did put a little bit of glue on the bottom, and maybe that'll help it not squirt out the bottom. But if it does, that's okay. We have baby wipes and tissues handy, right? Okay, you could have used this too. You don't need a popsicle stick to rub those on. We could have used a little Dollar Tree scraper too. All right, so now we have to decide. We don't want this to be in the front because that's where our ends are of our burlap. So that's probably a good place to be back. So now we're going to put our E6000 on first because that's not going to dry as fast. And we are going to be putting a lot on the rim. A good amount on the rim where it's going to touch. And on the bottom. And in the middle. And then we're going to put our hot glue, because that'll hold it in the meantime. So we're going to put the hot glue between the other glue. Uh-oh, I need a glue stick. I need a glue stick. Always. Okay, so that ought to do it. And now I'm just going to stand up for a minute so I can put this on perfectly. I'm going to stand up and hold it. I got my New Hampshire shirt on that my sister gave me. Alright, so let's just hold that good. Hold it still. And then, where did we put our little rope that we cut off? Because we need to put that back on. But we might have to put it on pause. I don't know where it went. But this is drying, so let me find some more either beads or a jute hanger for our hanger. Yeah, I got some jute, and when I found my jute, I found this adorable lace ribbon too. So I cut a little piece off, and what I'm going to do is, I'm going to show you after, but I'm just going to glue a little of this around in the middle of the burlap, because I just think it's going to give it an adorable little touch. So I have to be very careful because I'm just going to be doing it this way. So I'm going to put a little glue right down there. I'm going to just take the wire from my flower, and I'm just going to stick that down in there because I can't take this off the board now. So I'm just going to stick that down in the corner. Let me show you how I've done it. So I've used the stick to just stick that ribbon down in. And now I'm going to do the same thing on this side. So I'm going to just go around, and it's all curled and cute little lace. So I'm just going to measure it, and then I'm going to cut it right right where it needs to be. Okay, and then I'm just going to glue a tiny bit of it to the front. There was already a little glue dab there, so we'll use that and cover it. And whoop! And then I'm just going to do the same thing. Stick a little down here in the corner. And so I don't burn myself, I'm just using this little wire that came off the stem of one of the flowers. I'm just tucking that down into the glue, like so. It just added a little more dimension. Let me show you. So cute. So cute. Oh my goodness, I love it already. All right, let's put a new jute hanger on it. Put this in its stand. So what I'm going to do is come through the back, and I'm going to put a big knot on the front. I like that look. So you just achieve that by doing a few knots over and over in the same place. So I'm going to think about 3 times for this knot. And I'm going to pull it all the way through. Oops, we got our leaf stuck. All the way through, and then we'll come up the back of the other hole. Sometimes you have to give it a little hot glue to make it so that you can have a point to go through the wood, because it's Dollar Tree wood and it's not always the best little cutting job and drilling job. All right, so now depending, wait a minute, we don't want that to hang that much. Let's cut some of this off. Yeah, so let's make a good knot, like 3 times, triple knot. 1, 2, 3. That's a good knot. We're going to just trim it off just a tiny bit. Trim off this one just a tiny bit and pull it out, and then we have little knots holding our adorable. Now, I am not at home. If I was at home, I might put something on here, another little embellishment. You could do that. Something like a word, like home. This is way too big, but you know, this is just to inspire you. So this is what we have. Isn't that adorable? I love the background. This is what the back looks like. Let's get all these cobwebbies off. There's nothing on the back. Once you hang this against the wall, it'll hang perfectly. How adorable. I love it. That's exactly what my vision was. So everybody, I hope that you enjoyed this craft with me from New Hampshire. I hope to be on here probably every other day. Let's see, what today is, today is Wednesday, and this might go up tonight or it might not go up until Thursday. But anyways, I hope that you are enjoying crafting with me from New Hampshire. All right, everybody, until I see you the next time, you know the drill. Be good and do good. Bye now.